listen to this, right? Hey guys, I'm Nate. Welcome back to the channel. So today we got to talk about what is coming out in 2023 and what is coming out in 2024 as far as the Hellcat is concerned. So Stellantis filed for trademark on the Tomahawk name, right? And if you guys don't know the original Tomahawk was a Viper-powered motorcycle. I mean, this thing was huge, right? I mean, you could imagine how big a motorcycle would need to be in order to have a V10 engine on it. So they made this crazy concept, V10 powered, Viper powered V10 motorcycle, and that's what the Tomahawk was. So they just refiled that trademark now, and I don't think it's gonna be for a Viper motorcycle. Why not? Well, first of all, there's no Viper anymore. And second of all, I don't really know that they're really trying to get into the motorcycle business. So the speculation is that this trademark is going to be used for the new electric Hellcat. So in 2024, Dodge already announced the Hellcat is dead, the current internal combustion version, and they're going to be releasing an electric successor that's going to have more performance than the current Hellcat. So what are we going to see? We're going to see some crazy beast that Dodge is cooking up, hopefully pretty soon now. I think by the end of the summer, they'll officially take the wraps off it. But it's going to be the Dodge Tomahawk electric Hellcat, something north of 700 or 800 horsepower. Who knows? Maybe they just go for a nice even 1,000 horsepower, and it's going to smoke your socks off. And the other rumors on the electric version is that they're also developing a system for the car to sound like the internal combustion equivalent. So we'll see what they come out with. Generally, I don't think it'll be super complex. They'll just have to figure out a way to pipe the engine sound through the system, just like BMW does. Maybe they can replicate that supercharger one. I don't know. We'll see. See what they come out with. What does that leave us with? Well, next year, 2023, that's the swan song for the Hellcat, right? We talked about it before. You know, what are they gonna come out with? What are we gonna see? So the crazy rumor that I saw was that next year, 2023, Dodge will come out with a high-powered, limited production run special edition of the Hellcat. So I think you're still going to be able to get the regular Hellcats, I mean, if you can find them. The regular hopefully you can find manuals. I don't know if they'll finish this EPA's business by then. But you'll be able to get a regular Hellcat, or you'll be able to get this special edition version of the Hellcat. The rumor is it'll be an E85 powered Hellcat with more power than a Demon, maybe 850, which actually for E85 on this car is, I think, pretty conservative. I've seen kits out there, E85 on the Hellcat models that advertise, 1,000 plus. That's typically what people say. Look, I remember I seen a kit, 913 crank horsepower, without E85, just really updating the pulley, like getting a new pulley, the ECU, and larger injectors to kind of set yourself up for it. And then E85 kind of kicks that into overdrive, right? I don't know. I was actually thinking about this the other day because I saw the price of E85, and the price of E85 is a decent clip cheaper than the price of premium 93 down here. But then you need more of it, right? So we kind of covered that in the E15 video. You're going to need more fuel to burn because it's just the nature of E85. It doesn't have as much energy in it per volume. If we end up getting an E85 Hellcat with 850 horsepower, I suppose technically that's actually pretty warrantyable from an OEM, because considering if you did an E85 on the aftermarket, you'd be looking at 1,000 plus. 850 seems like it would be a pretty conservative tune for that. There's other cars that use flex fuel, but they may have to redesign a number of components for it to be E85. Maybe it'll be flex fuel where it'll be 85 or 93. That would be cool. So you could have, just like the Demon has the gauge, right, the SRT gauge, where you can put it into special mode for race fuel, and it ups the tune from like 808 to 840. Maybe they'll have something similar, right? Like you'll get jailbreak power on 93, 807 horsepower, and you'll get the full 850 unlocked on E85 if you have it in the tank. And that way you can kind of run both, whatever you really want to run. Or maybe they even have a race fuel too, who knows? Dodge kind of crazy. They may have come out with something interesting there. Bottom line though is, it's feasible, right? I don't want to rule it out that Dodge comes out with something like this. It's a minor tweak to the platform. It's not like they have to redesign the engine. Sure, they're going to have to do testing, emissions, all of that stuff for E85, or they could come out with it and make it like a crate option, off-road use technically only, just like they did with the Demon. There's a few things they could probably get away with that would minimize their costs. Have them have a big bang last year for the Hellcat, just to solidify, because really, like, the Hellcat put Dodge performance on the map, right? Before this, yeah, we had the SRT Challenger, great cars, but you know, they were always kind of playing second fiddle, right? The Camaro, the Mustang always had a little bit more horsepower, they were a little bit faster. Then Dodge came out with the Hellcat and was like, yeah, we'll let you guys have your years, it's time for this to go. Now, if they come up with this crazy model, what are they going to call it? I don't know. Maybe the Black Eye, right? Because you're going to get a Black Eye driving that thing at 850 horsepower. With some crazy name, obviously, right? Like the Dodge Challenger, Black Eye, Jailbreak, Red Eye, Swan Song Edition, something like that, which will take up the entire spoiler in the back. I don't know. We'll see what they come out with that. Now, the other thing I saw floating around was that Dodge plans to release like a hybrid version too, as like a stepping stone into the electric era. I don't know that that would happen realistically. I think they're probably been working on the EV model. They have an EV powertrain already from the Alpha side that they're going to release, I guess, in the Hornet. So they just need to figure out a way to stuff more batteries and give it more power, really, right? Like, I guess that's one of the benefits or beauties of EV, is the drivetrain is relatively adaptable. I mean, look what Tesla did, right? Their first model to the Plaid version, essentially the same car, essentially the same bones, upgraded motors, upgraded battery pack, call it a day. So if they do a hybrid version as an interim, that's a lot of R&D, right? I mean, you're talking about hybrid system, hybrid drive, putting all of that stuff in, tuning it, figuring out how it's going to work, getting the EPA testing, all of that. I don't know that they're going to go through with that. I think we're going to see a knife edge cutover, gas, EV, that's the end of an era, and into a new one. I find it hard that they will replicate the sound of a Hellcat. I mean, guys, listen to this, right? Are we going to see that from a hybrid or an electric? I'm sure it's going to be faster. I have absolutely no doubt that it's going to be faster than that. At least in the low range, right? I'm still not 100% convinced, like on a highway pull, if it's still going to be as fast as that. Maybe. We'll see. But the sound, the supercharger, I mean, I don't know if you guys saw last week's video, actually, the one where I did the compilation of supercharger. There's just something about that noise. I remember when I was first buying this car, I was just watching videos of people driving these cars around, supercharger whine, all of that stuff. Street Speed 717, if you haven't seen his channel, he was one of the first, actually, I think, that had a manual Hellcat on YouTube, and he was posting a ton of videos just driving around poles, the sound of it, and it's like, oh my god. Winding Road also had some of it, and it was just, I gotta get my hands on this car. I remember I even got, I think Forza, yeah, it was Forza on my Xbox. I got a whole steering wheel set up just to replicate the whole feel of driving a Hellcat and hearing the supercharger whine and everything like that. I mean, I was just spitting. And then I got the actual car, and it was, you know, better. Everything I could have hoped, and even better than that. Anyways, what do you guys think? What do you think is going to happen? 2023, right around the corner. I mean, we're talking about a few months before the model year opens up. And 2024 is going to be here before you know it. So what do you guys think? You guys think what I'm like reading and figuring is going to be accurate? You think it's going to be something else? Love to hear from you. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check out these next ones, and I'll see you there.